Everybody, I'm at Madison Lakes over here in Trotwood. You'd be surprised on what kind of fish are in here. I've caught a 5-pounder out of here. I'm talking bass. So you can see there's another little small lake over there, and on the other side of this hill over here, it's a big rock quarry right there. A lot of people come here and fish, but mainly you got people fishing for catfish and bluegill. There's some big carp in here too. But there's some largemouth bass in here that are hogs. And we're going to give it a shot today and see if I can come up with any. The only bad thing about this place is that it's a little scary sometimes. People hang up here in this pavilion, drinking and smoking and doing all kinds of bad stuff. So I'm always on a lookout when I'm here, because you never know who's going to try to confront you or who'd be up on you. But no one's ever threatened me here. You can see it's a pretty big size. And again, this is Madison Lakes. I'm gonna get the crankbait out. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Sixth Sense, but I absolutely love their lures. This is their black one. And I just got it. So we'll see how it goes. For some reason, for square bills, my favorite is a KVD Tennessee shad. And I definitely always get my own hooks. I never use the hooks that come with the lures. I always get my own. And the reason why is that they're so flimsy. Sixth Sense has good thick wire hooks on their crankbaits and their lures. That's definitely one thing you shouldn't skimp on is your hooks. Check them and make sure they're sharp too, because let me tell you, you'd be mad as all get out if you lose a fish because it just came off the hook and bent the hook. After my first loss of a big fish, from now on I change the hooks and I make sure they're sharp at all times. I always check the knot too. Hopefully I can pull off some today. Saturday at Rocky Fork, the water temperature was 54 degrees. So when it starts getting nice out, it starts getting warm out, there's so much vegetation on this lake, it's hard to fish crankbaits at all. So right now is like the perfect time of the year. Into winter or even fall, the vegetation's pretty good. So you have to use like swim baits. Chatterbaits work pretty good when there's a lot of vegetation on top of the water. I'm just mixing up my casts, kind of fanning it out, trying to locate some fish in here and see where they're at today. Usually over there on that side bank is where I have most of my luck. For some reason, I've caught some nice size ones out of here, but it's definitely a lot of work. Of course, clean off all your bait every time, because that lipless, it does act different when you got stuff. The birds wanted some video. trick a lot of these times, these crankbaits, is you got to lift your pole up high, try to dodge the vegetation, because you never know until you really get in there on how deep it is. So you control it by the way you reel it in and the way that your pole's up or down. You can see there I got a lot of algae, a lot of green stuff here, so I want to go a little slower and raise my rod up just a little bit more. A lot of time when I feel that algae or that vegetation underneath, I'll kind of yank it through it real quick, and a lot of times I'll get a strike that way. It's crazy how fish like to bite things like that. So I'm doing now, just trying to shake that vegetation off, because I can feel it. Sometimes doing it, like I said, you'll actually trigger a bite doing that. Just pull off that junk and get right back to casting. For some reason I love spinning reels. I have my bait casters for when I flip and stuff, but when I'm doing crankbaits and all my cranking lures, for some reason I just love a spinning reel. I grew up with them. As a kid I had them, and let me tell you, I never get backlashes. I never have problems. Even throwing in the wind, I don't have issues with it. It's more reliable for me. So I've got this ducket, and for some reason I love it. 7 foot, medium cranking. I got smoke reel on there. Let me tell you, I just love these quantum smoke reels. They're just nice. It's just so smooth. If the wind wasn't blowing like that, I could probably cast that further. But I just love the way it feels. The setup is just awesome. Caught a lot of big fish on it. I can just feel everything, and again, to each his own. You know, some people like to use the, you know, bait casters, and some people like that open face spinning rods. And I've always grown accustomed to my spinning rods. Just trying different techniques here, just trying to trigger a bite. See that dog over there? It came and ran up on me a second ago. The owner's calling for it. It's a pretty big pit, but I've owned pits, and I know I not to freak out right when something's coming like that. He's just going to check me out. Pit bulls are good dogs. I think a lot comes to the owner and how they were raised as a puppy. And sometimes if you have more than one dog in your house, it's kind of tough, because sometimes they're very aggressive, very territorial. And I actually had to adopt a pit bull away, because when I had, just wanted to fight all the time, and it wasn't healthy for either my other dogs or for that dog. So found it a good home out in the farmland, and we were good to go. It's about how many casts, man. That's all. You know, I don't mess around when I come fishing. I'm here to fish. So, you know, how many casts I get in, that's very crucial. Don't have time to mess around. I want to catch fish. Oh, I got one. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, what size is he, I wonder? He's not too big. he's a big guy. He's definitely bigger than I thought. That's a nice chunk right there. Look how fat he is. That's a nice one. Let me see, tell you that 6 cents is a dang good cranking lure. Look at that. Healthy. And let me tell you, this is, like I told you, this is my little area here that most people don't know about. I'm gonna put you back in the water, baby. You're looking beautiful today. It's not too bad. I would say, what, 12 casts in? So any of those people that live around this area know about this place. You don't need to tell everybody else about it. This is just following me on YouTube and my channel. You get the inside scoop here of some of the places I go. You know, all this times I've been fishing around here, around the Ohio area, I just never you know, tell people where I fish. I never see videos of a lot of different places around here. Like, I'll see one or two, you know, some little things where they're fishing for bluegill or crappie or something, but I've never seen